Now at 10, 2 people found dead inside a Spanish Fork home. The suspect now in custody in Colorado. More on what police are saying. Plus,
so I'm trying to be proactive and keep my stuff dry.
With all this rain in the forecast and above average snowpack levels, people in parts of Utah preparing for flooding. And a new government report raising eyebrows across the country, especially among those interested in extraterrestrials.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Welcome to ABC 4 News at 10. I'm Glenn Mills.
And I'm Emily Flores. We thank you for joining us tonight. New developments in that double homicide in Spanish Fork. 2 people dead, a 26-year-old man in custody. Authorities saying that man is the son of one of the victims. ABC4's Courtney Johns joining us live from Spanish Fork, where the victims' bodies were found with the latest. Courtney.
Yeah, Emily, as you can see behind me, the authorities are still out here collecting evidence. They've roped off several areas of the street in this neighborhood. You can also see a trailer behind me as well as a tent, and we've seen authorities go in and out of this home throughout the night. Now, police tell us they first got involved when a coworker called them saying one of the victims hadn't shown up for work. After calling both victims, police say they went into this home, managed to get through an unlocked window where they found the bodies of a 58-year-old man and a 50-year-old woman. Shortly after this, police say they started looking for 26-year-old Tristan Erickson, who they say is a person of interest. They say they were able to track him down after they realized a vehicle was missing from the home.
We were able to gather information about that vehicle and put out an attempt to locate for Mr. Erickson as well as the vehicle. And I'm not exactly sure how he was located in Colorado, but he has been taken into custody there.
Grand County Sheriff's Office in Colorado found that vehicle and tried to pull Erickson over. Now, they say he took off, but they did manage to track him down and he was taken into custody. Now, what exactly happened to this couple is still unclear, including what Erickson's involvement could be in this. But we are told that he did live in this home and one of the victims was his mother. We did do a criminal background check on him, and going through court records, we didn't find any violent offenses, but he had been charged on multiple occasions involving crimes involving drugs as well as theft. Reporting live in Spanish Fork, Courtney Johns, ABC4 News.
Thank you, Courtney. Officials warning drivers to be on the lookout after a rock slide last night in North Ogden. This happening around 9 p.m. on the North Ogden Divide, leaving several large rocks blocking the road. The Weber County Roads Department clearing the road using heavy equipment. The Weber County Sheriff's Office now asking travelers to slow down and pay attention. With warmer weather and wet conditions, they're getting several reports of rocks on the roads.
All right, and on that note, let's head over for a first look at the forecast on this night.
A lot of more storms moving through the state tonight.
Yeah, and that is just one of the several hazards we're going to see as we deal with these wet, warmer storms that continue to impact us. I want to show you what it looked like in American Fork Canyon tonight as the snow was coming down, adding to heavy mountain snow. That's going to continue as we roll through tomorrow morning, but we are seeing a break in the action in some spots. As we look at our rain totals thus far, this is just through the afternoon and into tonight. Lone Peak up near Temp getting 1.22 inches so far. So over an inch of moisture in a very short amount of time. Also close to 3/4 of an inch in Cedar City, Browse and Washington County getting over half an inch. 3/10 in Harriman and Midway just shy of 1/4 of an inch. We know we're going to add to these totals as we roll through our Wednesday. Storm tracker radar sweeping the area, and we can see up towards Cache Valley and the Ogden Valley we have moisture holding on. But as you look to the west, you actually see our very well-defined cold front that is moving towards the Beehive State, and it is putting down some lightning in the Elko area. We know that's going to travel our way. New today, flash flood watch in and around Zion because we're adding rain to snowpack that's already in place, and so they're concerned that near the Narrows and the subway that we could see high flows. That's going to hold through Thursday, so a heads up there. As we take a look right now, live picture from Little Cottonwood Canyon, the snow is coming down and it's going to continue to do so. And as that front moves in, we're going to see heavier snowfall. Winter storm warnings in place in pink. Winter weather advisory for the central portion of the state. That does include the eastern Uintas and over into eastern Utah. Snow levels are high with this system. Today, they have stayed above 7,500 feet, 8,000 feet in central Utah and 9,000 feet down south. These are going to drop. I'm going to tell you when and the reason why coming up in my full forecast in just a few moments. Glenn, Emily, over to you.
All right, thank you, Alana. Well, residents in a number of counties in Utah preparing for potential spring flooding. Sandbagging stations popping up in many cities like Heber, Midway, and Charleston. With most of the Wasatch back seeing above average snowpack levels right now, residents know there's a lot of water to be melted down.
I'm filling sandbags to protect my storage unit. It's not that much of a slope, and they've had a hard time keeping up with the snow, so it's all piled up in the center of the parking lot, and it's just going to melt and go into everybody's units. So I'm trying to be proactive and keep my stuff dry.
Heber City Public Works also urging residents to be weather ready by clearing snow away from the foundations of homes and create paths for water to flow away from the home and garage well.
Rescue crews warning about thin ice after 4 people falling into a pond on the very same day over the weekend. Luckily, they were all okay, but it is a reminder to be careful as things warm up. They say you should really just stay off the ice at this point, but if you do go out there, here are some tips. Never go alone. Bring ice safety picks, safety rope, and dress warm. And keep in mind, ice can be stable in one spot and thin in the next. They're also concerned about runoff and working to prepare for potential flooding.
In cities across northern Utah hoping to get homeowners to collect rainwater. So the Rain Harvest Program through the Utah Rivers Council helps Utahns become more drought resilient and do their part to save our reservoirs in the Great Salt Lake by making water collection barrels more affordable. So the barrels are 50 gallons and are available for purchase through the end of April. Normally, the barrels cost about $140, but under the program, Utahns can get them for $83. This year, though, check this list out. Dozen municipalities, you can see them listed here, are joining the program, and residents of these cities can get a barrel for $55.
An update tonight on 2 missing hikers after their group got swept up in floodwaters near the Utah-Arizona border. Unfortunately, one of them has been found dead, the other still missing. A group of 3 men in their 40s to 50s going out to Buckskin Gulch in Kane County this on Friday. They were expected home Sunday but never returned. Buckskin Gulch is a slog canyon, one of the most deadly places to be during rains. Today, marking day 2 of the search, rescuers spotting camping debris which led them to the first hiker. He's in the hospital, condition unknown. The other found dead this evening. Now, during this search, 2 other groups called out for help. 11 of them also had to be airlifted out of the canyon.
All right, and before we head to break, a sweet story here. When you think of Utah sports, what comes to mind? Skiing, snowboarding, probably right. But how about sumo wrestling? A teen from Kearns Middle School traveling to Florida for National and North American Sumo Championship and ended up taking home first place. Standing at 6'3" and 340 pounds, 14-year-old Damian Loya is the United States champion in the Sumo Junior Openweight division. So ABC4's Annika Johns met up with the young champion from Taylorsville to talk about his victory and how he got into the sport, and then, of course, his upcoming competition in Japan.
To be able to go to Japan, I had to place gold in Florida. Honestly, the opportunity to just be able to go there and compete and do anything at all is amazing.
All right, congratulations to him. Continuing to say he's nervous but also excited, saying he plans to keep practicing and working with his club, Salt Lake City Sumo. Damian also plays football and will be playing for his high school football team next season. Now, the upcoming sumo competition in Japan, where he'll be representing the U.S., is in October with wrestlers from all over the world.